Hey, what's up, guys? TehPatch here, TehPatch.com, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all that fun stuff. I kind of want to go ahead because it's been a few days. If you haven't checked on the website, it's been a few days since I've done updates. I've been playing games on Twitch this week, but after the half marathon last week, it's just been kind of a hell of a week, just getting back, everything back together, getting back on track. For those of you who haven't heard yet, that was a personal record for me, 2 hours and 30 minutes and 4 seconds to be exact. So 2:30 was my goal, so I hit it. I mean, maybe off by 4 seconds, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to judge 4 seconds here. So some things that have been going on, like I said, if you've been following on Twitch, we got the new Humble Bundle this week. Actually, I got it last weekend, but I didn't get a chance to play it until this week. Yeah, so that's been going on. Some really great stuff in there, including the Broforce, which if you get a chance, you should probably just watch that stream because I was totally geeking out with the inclusion of the characters. I mean, they're basically all bro versions of 80s and 90s action heroes, like Schwarzenegger as Commando. You got Rambo in there. You've got RoboCop. You've got Will Smith at MIB. And my personal favorite was, they threw Dirty Harry, which I think they called him Bro Harry or something like that. Just a great throwback, and overall, I think the game's really cheap anyway. It's definitely less than $20, maybe less than 10. Totally worth checking out. So other things this week. For those of you guys who don't know, I have kind of a new little obsession as of late, as if I didn't have enough. Actually, probably 2 obsessions after this weekend. The first one, we'll go ahead and we'll talk about, if you hadn't caught it on my hand. Yeah, I got back into playing paintball again. For those of you guys who don't know, I played for my college in speedball. It was on the verge of X-Ball was just getting popular. The Race to 2, Race to 7 series was kind of starting up. So I played for my college team, practiced with some of the D4 and D3 guys who, one of the teams actually won World Cup a couple of years ago. So I got my paintball chops in young, and I just absolutely loved it. But when I moved down here to Coastal Carolina, the summer heat is really oppressive. So trying to get into it, your cardio would have to be fantastic. Which those of you guys who knew or who know already, when I was weighing 300 plus pounds, that was never happening. So it kind of just fell off the map, and it just kind of I got out of it. So I think it was last year when we started this journey. I said to Jill, I was like, if I can get to 250 pounds, I'm gonna go ahead and buy new paintball stuff because I really love playing it. Well, I passed 250 pounds, 250 last year, and I really, like I said, summer heat and just focusing all my time on half marathon training because I was training for, oh gosh, what was I training for at the time? Doesn't matter. I was just like, I just don't have the time to get back into it. So now it's winter, or fall specifically. Our winters don't really exist here. And Jill is in Vegas for the Rock and Roll Vegas weekend, and I was like, you know what? I need to go back out and check out the field. So local place around the corner here called Compass Paintball was kind enough to say, come out, check out the speedball. We have a speedball marker for you to use. So big props to them. They had a nice course set up, and let me take out, I think it was a proto rail, which is kind of like a lower end die matrix, and man, I loved it. It's crazy. You kind of make this analogy to riding a bike, more or less, for a lot of things. You don't do something for a while. It's just like riding a bike. You just get it back on. So I'm going out there on the field. I'm nervous. I don't think I kind of remember. Ref yells 3, 2, 1, go, and literally it's just like riding a bike. You just back up, knowing which bunkers you go to, which angles you have to work. How to close out games. It's just ridiculous how that kind of stuff that I haven't thought about in years, just buried in the back of my mind, instantly comes right back. And like I said, I had a great time. Got quite a few bunker kills, great 1-for-1s, and overall, my weakest part of my game was always my gunfighting. I'm not very good one-on-one, but I held my own yesterday. And these kids, and I say kids, and I mean it because I think the I don't have the numbers on this, so this isn't going to be like a great statistic, but I think that most of the players happen to be in that late teens, early 20s as an overall paintball demographic. I mean, that's when I started playing. That's where I was, early 20s. So that's who I worked with, who I was playing with on the field yesterday. And I mean, good kids. I really enjoyed playing with them. So hopefully I get to do it again soon. I'm probably looking at getting my own gear again. The only thing I can tell you is, as of today, I am sore as fuck. Without rambling, I can tell you, cardio-wise, I was able to run all over that field yesterday. I think I was maybe winded once, and it was because I went side to side of the, or front to back on the field, which is essentially, I think, about 60 yards, 60, 70 yards, just dead out sprint shooting. So yeah, I was a little bit gassed after that one, but other than that, I was able to play, pretty much all day with no problems. But when all you're doing is, kind of running and a little bit of, resistance training, it doesn't train you for sliding, feet first, sliding head first, diving into bunkers, which I'm 34. I'm not as young as I used to be. So I'm paying for it today. Ooh, am I paying for it? Anyway, enough about paintball. Maybe we'll add that to the site. Maybe we'll throw some new stuff on there, but not 100% sure on how that'll work in. But look for that in the future. Second new obsession. I don't know if you guys can read this. Magic the Gathering. Jill is stunned, to say the least. I mean, she knows I'm kind of nerdy and geeky, but I've kind of thrown myself full back into this. When Magic came out, I'm thinking no. I think I was in like 7th or 8th grade. So that would have made me, 12 or 13? And I kind of got into it. I had my own little deck and I was able to play, but it wasn't anything, fantastic. It was kind of hard for me to comprehend at the time. And nobody was really playing it. So the way that Magic worked, at the beginning, came out, kind of died down, and then all of a sudden had a resurgence, and then it's just been, it has taken off since. Gotten its own following, as it were, national tournaments, world tournaments, etc., etc., etc. So I've got this deck. I've got, of course, my box with all these fantastic cards. And, well, what Magic player wouldn't be there without his own little binder of shit. So, as I said, I've kind of thrown myself full force back into this, and I am really, really enjoying it. I was talking to a group around the corner. They got a chance to play. It was supposed to be a standard thing last night. So there's multiple ways. There's standard, which is pretty much that's how the tournament runs. It's the latest cards. There's modern, which is basically cards from the past 10 years, and then there's legacy and all sorts of other stuff. We're gonna do a standard draw last night, but we ended up having enough people to have a draft. The way a draft works is there's a box of cards. Nobody knows what's actually in the box except for the guy who built the box. You dole out basically what would be the equivalent of booster packs, like these. But since it's a pre-made box, like I said, you select 15 and then shuffle them up and then hand them out like they're booster packs. One person takes out everybody takes a look at their first pack. Everybody looks, says, okay, I want this card. You pass it over, and wash, rinse, repeat until you basically have a deck of 45 cards, and you go from there. Why am I bringing this up? Because it's the third event that I've ever attended, and I won. And nobody is as stunned as I am. The first event that I went to was like 3 weeks ago, and I got murdered. It was a booster draft, and bad things happened. I passed a card that was apparently worth $15, and I didn't hear the end of it from this little kid. I really wanted to say, hey, you know what? Tell you what, you want me to just buy the card for $15 for you? I'm sorry, I'm an adult. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it was stupid. Let it go. Clearly, I'm still a little bit salty and butthurt. Maybe I should go grab the internet butthurt form for that one. The second one I joined was actually Friday night. Another full booster draft where you get the cards, open those up, and everybody's kind of like, oh, what's in here? That one I actually won my first match. That night I went 1-3, which, like I said, I mean, we've gone from 0-4 to 1-3. We're making progress. And then last night, as I said, I went 3-0. So, and that's basically, I mean, I got to give props to Hobbytown. As with the win, I got 3 booster packs for it, which actually can be used as an entry into the next draft, which I think they're doing maybe next week or in a couple weeks. So that's paid entry. I can't, that's awesome, especially for a free draft. And I got some, when you do Friday Night Magic, I guess you give out promo cards. So I got like 8 promo cards, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think I put the value of those as maybe like $4. So if you think about it, there's no entry fee. These are like 3 or 4 packs a piece. So let's say $3.50. So $3.50, $7, $9.50. Add 4, $12 in a night for free. You can't really beat that. That's awesome. What can I say? Plus, you never know what's in those decks. I mean, there could be another $15 in there, but I will not open them up for right now, just because, as I said, I mean, it's a free entry fee for me. And as far as values go, unless I find one of those cards that's worth like $1 Brazilian, which there are a couple, whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, that's my new Magic obsession, and so I'm really enjoying it. So check me out on Steam. You can find it. It's also TehPatch if you want to play Origins. I don't have really a great deck on Origins, but there's also another thing called Tapped or Untapped or something like that. You build what you have deck wise. It's free to play. You build what you have deck wise, and then you can test it out. It's basically like a free version of Magic. And then there's also Magic Online if you were so inclined, but I'm not. I'm a big proponent of physical media. I'm not a huge fan of digital media, so having the cards is something. Plus, there's, it's a social thing. I just enjoy getting out and hanging out. Either way, that's what has been going on this week. Try to get more updates today, tomorrow. Might do something from the bar, because the Bengals are playing the Giants tomorrow night. Looking forward to that. Of course, we'll have more, Twitch stream games. Maybe even do some this afternoon, because I ain't got shit to do, and it's awesome. And, yeah, all sorts of fun. Anyway, as I said, TehPatch, TehPatch.com, take a Twitch TV, TehPatch, Twitter, TehPatch, Twitter, TehPatch. There is a lot of fucking T's. Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, TehPatch.com, TehPatch. You guys be awesome. Take care.